Hey everyone, so in this episode we're going to be creating a comment section and yeah, let's go ahead and just jump into it. Let's go into our models and to store the comments in the database we will need a model for it. So let's create a folder and let's create a comment.cs. Right, so what do we want from our comment? We want an ID and we want an actual message and we want date time. So for whenever this was created. So the types of comments that we want to have is usually we want to have two types of comments. So first, if you look at Facebook or Instagram and stuff like that, the modern sort of comment sections, not like Reddit, where you have sort of infinite subcomments. You have a main comment and then you have a subcomment, and all the subcomments are in that subcategory. So that's what we're going to go ahead and make. So let's make a main comment, and this will implement from comment. Okay, so now if we quickly go into a controller and we'll make a equals new main comment. Okay, let's import this. You will see that this comment has all the properties that we gave the comment, because we want to share these properties between the subcomment and the comment, but the main comment will include all the subcomments. So actually, let's not copy this. There's going to be renaming stuff. So yeah, and let's make a subcomment. Okay, and same as before, want to implement from comment. Is the main comment will have a prop list of subcomments, and let's just name it like it is. So I have a list of subcomments, and let's copy this name, go into our subcomments, and let's int main comment ID. Okay, so this is how Entity Framework is basically going to say, right, this main comment ID is sort of going to belong to this parent one, so that's how it's going to link it. It's a one-to-many and one-to-many relationship. So one post has a main comment, and one post has many main comments, and one main comment has many subcomments. And if somebody replies to a subcomment, we just want to make it the same subcomment for the main section. So let's go into our post, and let's make a list of main comments. Didn't want to create that. So not main comments, but main comment rather. Okay. Main comments. Get set. All right. Cool. So let's remove this here. Let's go into our DB context, and let's make our database aware of our new, what's it called, our new models, subcomments. Okay, now go ahead, open up your command prompt, and let's go ahead and .NET EF migrations add, and we want to do comment section. Okay, so now that the migrations have been created, we can update the database.NET database update. All right, cool. So now that the database is created, let's just close everything here. Let's go ahead and check our database and see if the tables have been created. So there they are. So let's view the main data and let's view the subcomments. So here you can see the main comment ID, and here it's just a regular post ID, right? So this main comment ID isn't necessary. Same as the post ID, we can put it here, but it's not necessary. Usually Entity Framework Core will handle this for you, but if you do want to explicitly show the ID property in the object, make sure you follow the sort of the naming convention, so class name and then ID. So let's go into our home controller and let's make a new controller. So public action result comment, and let's make we will need a view model. So let's make a comment view model. So what do we want to have in our comment view model? So first of all, we want to have an integer of post ID. So we want to know which post we are commenting on. We want to know the actual message. We don't need to know the date because we are going to create that dynamically when we create the post. And we also want to know if the comment's a subcomment or not. So let's just do main comment ID. Okay, so let's just say that these are required. So this is how you handle what's it called, sort of validation on your backend. I'm probably not going to dive into it this tutorial because it's a beginner tutorial, but I'll leave it at that. You'll see how it works. So, and let's get comment view model. Okay, let's say VM. Okay, so let's quickly return view. Let's say if model state dot is valid. So if it's not valid, return same view. Actually, we want to return the turn redirect to action. Actually, not even that. Let's just return post and vm.id post ID. So now let's create a let's check if it's a main comment first. So vm.main comment ID equals actually let's check. Right, if it's bigger than null, then it's a subcomment. If it's 0, then it's a main comment. So first of all, let's get our post. Get post. Okay. All right. So we have our post. Post dot main comments equals post dot main comments, and if it's null, new list. Okay. Now let's just remove all of this junk here. Let's make it using. Okay. Usually you want to do this in the constructor, but there are some issues you can run into that, so I'm just gonna leave it at this. So one thing we want to do also, let's go into our get posts first. So Control F12 to get here. So this is what we do. We get the posts, but because the main comments and the subcomments are located in different tables, you need to explicitly tell Entity Framework, right, we're getting posts and get these subproperties. So let's actually let's first check if we can do this. Dot include. Yep, into framework core. So in our posts, we want to include the main comments. All right. So if we type include again, we're gonna again be in our posts property. So the way we include the subcomments from our main comments is we want to go then include, right? So it's going to be sort of like a downwards going ladder. So when you type in then include, it looks for this property right here. Include looks at the main object. So MC for main comments, and let's just type in sub comments. So you might, as you can see, you don't get IntelliSense, but this is just a bug with IntelliSense. So you can just type in. Don't worry about it. Basically, just type it out, and it won't give you a compile error. So yeah, so now that it includes all these properties, when we get a post, we'll probably want to do it here as well. So we'll see when it breaks later on. So yeah, so if the main comments is null, assign a new list to it. Then main comments dot add VM actually new main comment and message. We want to give it a VM.message. Created date time imported .now, and the subcomments, we're not adding anything, so it's if we're just gonna add a new object, it's gonna return null from the database anyway. Now we want to go to else, right? We can just make a new subcomment. So let's make comment, new subcomment, and here we can give it a ID is going to be main comment ID, right? There we go. So this is one of the advantages of explicitly specifying the ID on your object, is that you can assign it like this and you don't have to sort of traverse the objects from the parent object to your child object. You can just specify it here, and Entity Framework will know where to add it in the table. VM.main comment ID. I have brain lag there. Message, same, we want to do VM.message. And create it equals datetime.now. So again, emphasizing this, I just wanted to show you what your code will look like if you don't specify it. You will have to get this post object and you will have to like assign it. Or if you specify it, you can just create a comment, and but trade-off for that here, what you will have to do is repo.update post, okay, and here all we will have to do is create a iRepository, so you'll need to void add comment. Actually, let's do subcomment, be a little bit more explicit. Subcomment comment. Okay, let's go into our repository and implement this interface. And want to do ctx dot subcomments dot add comment. Right. So at this point, you want to sort of decide the way you want to do it. Both of them work. There's no really right or wrong way. It's whatever you prefer. And let's just say once it goes through this, just await repo.save changes async. We'll have to make this method into a task, async task. Let's import task. Okay. Let's put a breakpoint here because I'm not sure if this is gonna work yet. Let's go into our home post page. Okay. So let's make a div class comment section. Okay. Okay, but ASP controller. Let's do home controller. ASP action. We want to do comment. Is that what we called it? Comment. Yes. Let's give it HTTP post as well. So what we can do here is let's create a partial view actually. CSHTML. There we go. And let's just quickly add to our imports comments. So we can just do add model main comment. Let's put this so that our IntelliSense doesn't break. And rather actually not main comment, we want to give it a view model of comment view model because that's what we're going to be submitting. Let's make a form. Actually, let's copy what we already made here. There we go. Sorry, it's a little bit messy, but like, hang in there, and we'll get it working. So first of all, what we want, let's keep it simple. We want an input and ASP for message. Okay. So and then we want input ASP for post ID and same for main comment ID. So let's make this type of hidden. And let's make this type of hidden. And let's give this a button of actually, yeah, type submit. And post, or rather submit. Okay, so now let's invoke this on the comment section here. So want HTML.render partial, and the partial name is main comment dot right there. So we don't want to include the extension, and we want to pass in a new comment view model, and then here we want to specify the post ID to model.id, and for main comment, let's not touch main comment yet. Let's just say main comment is 0. So we're pretty much going to be always passing it in the main comment. All right, so if you get this error, actually, let's wrap this like this. Application down. Okay, whatever. Let's make this async and put away here. So it stops crying. And at the bottom, let's just make so we can see the comments. So var c in model.main comments. Let's make ap at c message, and let's do at c dot created. Okay, cool. Don't forget the semicolon here, otherwise it's going to be crying. Okay, let's run the debugger, see what we get. probably thinking about it, the first error we're going to get is a null pointer exception, because our main comments are null right here. So let's go ahead. Nope, that's fine. See if we get any errors here. Nope. So cool. Let's put in hello. Pray for the best. Okay, so what do we get in our VM? Fully 0 and first post. Right. So let's step through this. So the model is valid. We get our post. Cool. All the information is there. Okay, stop this real quick. And you won't put an equals there, right? So if there is no main comment, make a main comment. Okay. Hello. Actually, let's see what happens if we submit no message first. So F10, and you can see that if you inspect this object, you're going to be able to see all. Just pause the video here and go around, look at all these properties, kind of familiarize yourself with the model state. But yeah, moving forward, let's see what happens here if we get a. All right. So as expected, I kind of expected that. So let's do redirect direct to action post, and there we go. And let's do new ID. Okay. So otherwise, if you don't put this new object here, it's gonna try to put post ID as a parameter, and that's gonna break. Loading. Cool. So let's submit. Hopefully get the same post. Cool. Let's say hello. Okay. I should have showed you the if it was not, but yeah. Okay, so basically creates a new main comments. Let's take a look at our post object here. And in the main comments, we're gonna have, yep, subcomments null. Good. Let's keep going. Okay, so same again here. Let's just copy this and put it here. Whatever, fix it after. All right, cool. So there's our comment. And we can make another one, but let's quickly make a comment subsection because that's kind of what we want to do. Okay, so we have this. Now we want to sort of, what's it called? Sorry, a little bit lost there, but yeah, for each model, for each comment section, we want to basically say, let's make a separate div to put this in. And let's make an H for subcomments. Okay, so sort of leave a subcomment. But in here, we want to pass in the c.id. Okay. And let's just say, again, for each of our subcomment, c, and model, and c.subcomments. And let's just paste this in here. Did I change this? Yep, I did. Okay. You can see the comments aren't here. The comments are here. Now we have our subcomment here. Now let's say, yo. Okay, step through this carefully. Okay, we're going to the subcomment. So we created a new comment and forgot to add it to the repository. So repo.add subcomment, and let's pass in the comment here. Run it again. Okay. China. Yo, yo, yo. Okay. Let's take a quick look at our comment. So we have the ID, we have the main comment ID, and we have the message. So pretty much good. Just press F5. Okay, let's make another one. Let's see what's happening here. Let's take a quick look into our VM comment. Another one. Okay. Okay. Just forgot to update this to SC. Sorry about that. Refresh. Okay, there we go. And let's just quickly give this a style of margin right, right? No, left. Let's give it like 20 pixels. So you can see this is, so let's make world. Let's remove this breakpoint. We don't need it anymore. Right. And there you go. So it's a very simple looking comment section, but it works. So you can style this however you want. And usually as it's sort of an anonymous one, so you don't have a user, but usually you'd also assign a user to the, what's it called, to the comment to the comment model. But yeah, hopefully you guys get the picture. If you like this episode, subscribe, leave a comment. If you like me to do anything else, I'm working on a even bigger series. I'm gonna have it more structured, so it's gonna be a lot more clear, and it's gonna be an intermediate one. We're gonna build a full shop, but before that, there's gonna be another episode of this series where I explain sort of the big picture of web development, where .NET Core stands in it, and where some of your confusion of what web development is and what .NET Core is sort of stems from, and hopefully we can clear all of that up before jumping into the next tutorial. But yeah, as always, see you in the next episode.